I'm gonna tell you a story, but the first thing you want to understand is time does not work the way you think it does. You can come here real close. I'm gonna talk to you. Welcome to the call. Alright, so, Nitan. In the common parlance of Shen, Nitan is internal alchemy, Taoist magic Wutan practiced by the Shima during the pursuing the Dao Te Xian. As this alchemy is based on the Dao Te Xian, we must first know what the Dao Te Xian is not. It is not Taoism of Lao Tzu, though it was inspired by it. Its point is for the cinema to understand his or her place in the cosmos since the coming of the wall, and like human philosophy, it has a goal to give Shen the power to break through the wall and journey into spirit worlds. So, like, not for power reasons, but because it's fascinating, this is actually quite interesting. It shares many of the Tao's characteristics. While the followers said to retreat from the traffic of the world, see life as of contemplative ease in nature. They love learning for its own sake, but care little for politics. Some are scientists, others priests, others beggars, others warriors. The Shin of Japan have modified it to a more Zen-like philosophy called Shiendo, and unlike some world religions, the Tao Te Ching welcomes change in individualism as long as it doesn't become self-aggrandizement. It is quite mysterious and profound. It has 5 steps, which roughly correspond to the Taoist creation story, but in reverse. For the Taoist, there was first Wu Wo, not nothing. From Wu Wo came Wu Qi, no limit. This spawned Hun Tun, or Hundun, chaos. In the also Bapuzi uncut wood is in there somewhere. In the center of the chaos was a still point, a speck at first that became Tai Chi, the great pull, and from this grew great change. Tai, which is divided into 2 stages: Tai Chu, the great first or form, and Tai Chi, the great beginning or the first breath, Qi. All these eventually led to the creation of the first stage, Tai Su, the great primordial. Or the Arya Yuga. Bolika Bahati, primordial, great primordial, the primordial great. And so, where the steps in reverse, the steps represent the struggle to return to no limit. To break the bonds that limit the Shin must travel the spirit worlds. There are many paths back to no limit, but the surest is Dao De Xian. It's rumored that the profane gods have their own version of Nitan called Hak Tao, or the Black Way, a way dedicated by Yama King during the dictated by Yama King during the Third Age. So, like a Tona Marga. Tona's, generally speaking, pretty bad. Like, it doesn't have to be bad, but generally speaking, it's pretty bad. I have the ability to be wrong about that. I don't know the different links. I don't know specifically. All I just know is that Tona's a word. But I'm pretty sure that, like, Tona, like most things, doesn't actually have to be bad. Unless I'm wrong. I can easily be wrong about stuff. Nijani, especially Sanskrit words. I can be wrong about, like, cultural inference of Sanskrit words. I have the ability to be wrong about that, especially. Nijana has the same basic system as other Shin alchemies. Their union effects. Attributes. Balance. Constructive cohorts. None. Adversary. Nitan is its own adversary. That makes sense. At least to me. Fortunes. Regular fortunes of the elemental alchemy tend to, not to apply to Nitan. There is no color or season per se. It would seem that, though, as the Sen become more in tune with him or herself, their place in the cosmos with their own selves and with their fortunes would be helpful. One form is still a fortune. Listed fortunes for Nitan are meditation, sights of natural beauty, dragoness, possessing balanced chi, fourth moon, 11th moon. It could also be possible that a festival like New Year's Day in Japan, with its focus on what was and what will be and personal growth, could be a fortune per storyteller decree. Modifiers. Alright, so, Taisu, the great form of the first step of the Tao Shen, is the last step of creation, wherein the forms of nature settle into place. Samakarati and Velkarati, Pinikarati settle, Prasadayati, Vidyadayabo. Associate with insinuate self into identify with settle, because creation settling. Reduce to order. You could actually do a Viachati here, but oh, actually no, you have to do a Vidyadayabo, because like essentially this is like you becoming Tao. This is essentially you becoming the first stage, which is so cool. It's so cool. That's so cool. Anyway, Tai Chi, Tai Yi, the Great Change. Tai Yi is marked by the birth of reality as the elements formed around the Great Pole. This is the coalescing of the key in the time of in the birth of time. The alchemist can manipulate how time affects them and gain some control of their key. Some texts speak of a great ritual that can stop the ravages of time on the Hotai. It is said to include drinking powdered jade and it is said to include drinking powdered jade while traveling to a dragon line. Yeah, that's some lore there. Samakarati and Vapakarati Pindikarati. Sagachati Prasadayati Vidyadayabu. So, there's some options there. Like, you could use Viachati for Dawn. You could use Upadhyati for Be Bored to produce. But, I chose, Samakarati, Vapakarati associated with insinuate self into identify with coalesce. Reduce to order. Become a supernatural being. Because essentially you're becoming an embodied form of all these is like how this, I guess, works. Tai Chi, the Great Bull. In the midst of swirling Hundun, Tai Chi was formed. The locus and anchor for reality, some wise Shima, the Difu believer formed the Tai Chi, or was at least the first element formed on it. Samakarati, Vapakarati, Pedikarati, Devashakarati, Prasadare, Vidyadayabu. So same again, associate with, insinuate self into, identify with. In this case, raise the standard, because it's the great pole. So like, the best thing I can have for like just setting up a pole. Raise the standard, Vajakaroti. Reduce order. Vidyadayabu. Become a supernatural being, because you're essentially becoming the great pole in that point. Because that's like basically how all this works, especially for like, this is specifically, near as I can tell, how like Niten works. Hundun, chaos. Limitless possibility of Wuxi created Hundun, chaos. This is a frightening time for the one seeking the Dao Te Xian. They have almost made it back to the point of no limit in the Jade Key, but for the moment are on the edge of total discord. Watches this this Aishi should always be involved limited insanity or bizarre personality quirks. I can see that. Shimon invoke Hundun to influence chaos. Yang effects of ward luck. Yin effects ruin luck. These can be particular effects or blah 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 game effect stuff. So Samkarati, Vapakarati, Pinikarati, Astavaya Stata Babati. Prasadayati Vidyadayabu. Associated with, insinuate self into, identify with, become chaos. Reduce order, become a supernatural being. Because if you're going to reduce to order after becoming chaos, I think that's the only thing to do, in my opinion. Either that or make real some mythic Karoti. That's just hilarious to me. So, Wuxi, no limit, the Jade Key. Just after Wu, not nothing, came Wuxi, no limit. A time of unbounded potential. This state is only reached by those who are most pure in following the teaching of Tao Te Xian. This revelation, strangely enough, comes quietly and unexpectedly during a moment of peace. To most, it arrives in a sandalwood box with fine silk ribbons. A key about the length of a forearm made of the finest jade. This key cannot be stolen or harmed in any way. The meek tuck it in their clothes, while some others wear it around their neck. Hanuman uses his to crack nuts and clap proud Kamui about the head and the shoulders. The key has no real power, and some say it was only is only a reminder of what has been regained. Its owner can once again travel to the yin and yang worlds freely. They can also raise or lower the wall rating. Samagaradi and Babagaradi Vinigaradi Sanati Prasadayadi Vididayabu. Associate with and insinuate yourself into, identify with. Obtain as a gift, because that's when you get your key. Prasadayadi Vididayabu. Reduce the order. Become a supernatural being. Which is hilarious because you're already a supernatural being as far as this goes. Like, this is just how it would work. It's just like you're getting more supernatural. You're becoming more and more supernatural. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe.